Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Today, we'll look into the highlights of the interim budget 2019-20. The interim budget was aimed at three major sectors of the population, that is, the farmers, the salaried taxpayers, and the informal sector workers. Let's look into each sector individually. For the agricultural sector, the finance minister has announced the creation of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, which is aimed at providing income support to vulnerable farmers. Under the program, vulnerable landholding farmer families which are having cultivable land up to 2 hectares will be provided a direct income support at the rate of Rs 6,000 per year. This income support will be transferred directly into the bank accounts of the beneficiary farmers in three equal installments of Rs 2,000 each. The scheme will be applicable retrospectively from December 2018 and will be fully funded by the Union government. The finance minister said that the decline in international prices and domestic food inflation, coupled with fragmented land holdings, has prompted the government to bring in the income support scheme, which is said to cost Rs 75,000 crore of annual expenditure for the government of India. The critics of the scheme argue that the Raitu Bandhu scheme of Telangana and the Kalia scheme of Odisha offer a higher direct cash transfers to the farmers than the proposed central scheme. Also, the government has itself admitted that the fiscal deficit target of the government would be 3.4% of the GDP, which is higher than the target of 3.3% for 2018-19 and 3.1% for 2019-20. The other measures announced in the budget for the farming community include a 2 to 5% interest subvention for loans taken by farmers who are affected by natural disasters or for livestock farming and fisheries. To the salaried class, the tax rates have been kept unchanged, but the finance minister has announced that those earning up to 5 lakh a year would be exempt from income tax. Also, the standard deduction limit for salaried taxpayers would be raised to Rs 50,000 from the currently 40,000 rupees, which will provide an additional tax benefit of Rs 4,700 crore to more than 3 crore salary earners and pensioners. Further, the tax deduction at source threshold on the interest earned on bank or post office deposits has been raised, and income tax on the notional rent on a second self-occupied house has been exempted. To the informal sector, the finance minister announced the Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan scheme, which is designed to ensure a fixed monthly pension of Rs 3,000 per month for the informal sector workers above the age of 60 years. Towards this end, the contribution of the workers would be Rs 100 per month for those joining the scheme at the age of 29 years, while it would be Rs 55 per month for those joining at the age of 18 years. The government will also make an equal contribution towards the monthly pension scheme, which is expected to benefit around 10 crore workers in the informal sector. The opposition, however, has criticized that the allocation for the National Social Assistance Program, which is a pension scheme administered by the Ministry of Rural Development, has been marginally slashed, which covered senior citizens, disabled, or widows. Due to such fiscal expansive measures announced in the budget, there are expectations that it would boost consumer expenditure in the coming days, and the markets have reacted positively. For the nomadic tribes, it has been announced that the central will form a welfare panel for the nomadic, semi-nomadic, and the denotified communities, towards which a committee will be set up under the Niti Aayog to complete the task of identifying such communities, and a welfare development board will be set up under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment to design and implement programs for these hard to reach communities. Due to all these measures to different sectors, the finance minister has revised the fiscal deficit target for the year 2018-19 to 3.4% from the previous 3.3%. This will differ the original target to reach a fiscal deficit of 3.1% of GDP by the year 2020 and 3% by March 2021. Moving on to the micro, small and medium enterprises sector, which is said to be the cornerstone of Indian economy, has been awarded with various positive measures in the interim budget, like the government is offering a 2% subvention for loans to the MSME sector up to rupees 1 crore, and also the government has extended the government e-marketplace platform to support domestic services and trade. Accordingly, government will source up to 25% of its purchases, including 3% from women-run organizations, thereby opening a new market for the MSME sector, which is a vital source of employment, particularly in the rural areas. On the technology front, the finance minister announced the setting up of a national program on artificial intelligence with an allocation of rupees 3,660 crores over the coming 5 years. It will deal with training youth for the new kinds of jobs to be created in the sector, and it aims to establish 15 technology innovation hubs, 6 application innovation hubs, and 4 technology translation research parks. These hubs would connect to academics, industries, central ministries, and state government in developing solutions across the country in a hub and spoke model. The move would create 40,000 jobs in the short run and about 2 lakh jobs in the long term, and it would include technologies comprising of Internet of Things, machine learning, deep learning, big data analytics, robotics, quantum computing, quantum communication, among others. As part of the interim budget, the finance minister also unveiled Vision 2030, highlighting 10 most important dimensions, stating that India aspires to become a $10 trillion economy in the next 8 years. The government has brought out the vision for India in 2030 with 10 dimensions, namely social infrastructure, pollution-free environment, clean rivers and safe drinking water, self-sufficiency in food, comprehensive healthcare, and finally, minimum government and maximum governance. While there has been various big ticket announcements in the interim budget, we have touched upon the major announcements and will further look into this and other sectors like defense allocation in the coming days. But for now, I'm wrapping up today's news analysis. Do like, share, and comment to support this initiative. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.